ESPN Major League Baseball analyst and one of the greatest softball players to ever walk on planet Earth. All right, Jess, what did you make of that crazy scenario there with the Braves having two runners aboard and in the blink of an eye, they're both off the base paths?
That was the game. I mean, second and third, nobody out. I mean, you just kind of felt, and that's how this series has gone, by the way. This has been the closest game in 7 games because one team explodes offensively and just takes the game. You kind of felt like that was the inning for the Braves. And it wasn't even so much Dansby Swanson coming home. By the way, Justin Turner dove, missed his back, and ended up accidentally clipping his cleat to get that first out. It was epic. It was crazy. It was like Superman flying through the air. And then the fact that Austin Riley got thrown out at third, that was the killer. You can't have that happen. You talk about mental error, a double play with runners at second and third when you're rallying. That was the difference of the game. That's why the Braves lost.
Jessica, we were down 3-1 and we trailed in seventh most of the way, but then we figured out how to win the game. How does that help us moving into game 1?
I mean, it's huge. And I mean, you guys get this, both of you. I mean, just the understanding of momentum, confidence, all the things, the fact that they were down. I mean, even Mookie Betts talked post-game about, we've never been challenged this year. Like, we've been kicking everyone's tail. There's been no doubt of how good we are until this series. So their backs were against the wall. And you got, I mean, both you, like, understand, like, when you are tested, true character, true team, like, all of that comes out. And not only excited to be able to win this championship series in the way that they did, but really just understand who they are as a team beyond just talent. What they've got when they were punched in the gut, when they did have to come back, when no one really thought that they had it in them to win those 3 games, and they did it. That says a ton heading into this World Series.
Both of our aces, and I keep saying we because it's Dodgers, but
I know.
A lot of we's this year, Jessica.
Both Dodger aces, basically, in Walker Buehler with the blisters and Kershaw with the back, have been kind of, hobbled a little bit throughout the course of the season. How is that going to affect us moving into the World Series?
I think for Walker Buehler, it's a non-factor. Seeing him in Game 6 come out after the blister issues in Game 1 and just straight up deal. I mean, that guy, even when he doesn't have his best stuff, is just so good. I am concerned with Clayton Kershaw, but the good news is, Keyshawn, is it isn't about Clayton Kershaw. It isn't all about him anymore. In the past, they ride or died on that arm, on what he could do, and the pressure that he held because of that. And so I feel like this is a different team. We saw Julio Urias. First of all, Clayton Kershaw was in the bullpen in Game 7. He went out there. He wanted to get in this game somehow, some way. The difference is they didn't need him to get into that game. They have other starters that can come in and be able to pick up between Dustin May, Tony Gonsolin, and again, Julio Urias, like, flat out dominated. He was in 3 innings, 9 up, 9 down, sit down. That was the closer. They didn't even have to have Kenley Jansen come into this game.
Jessica, any concerns for the Dodgers and Cody Bellinger, considering he popped his shoulder out after making that home run during the celebration?
It's actually crazy how often that happens. Like, I know it sounds disgusting and crazy, but I don't have any concerns. This is an issue that he's actually dealt with in the past. I've had 3 or 4 of my teammates that have had, like, where literally their shoulder could pop out of place, pop it back in. It's not fun. It's not pretty. It doesn't feel good. But at the end of the day, it's something that he clearly has had to deal with in the past. He was actually joking about it in the outfield, talking to family members and saying what happened with a smile on his face. So I'm not concerned. That guy is going to continue to rake and do his thing.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Their offense is so powerful, and this has to go up against the pitching of the Rays. How do these teams match up?
Exactly that. It is the pitching of the Rays that they are known for. And if I look at the Dodgers and how they line up just better offensively. So you flip it, okay? So the Dodgers have the pitching. Keyshawn was just asking about how their pitching looks against now the Rays. The Rays win via the long ball. That's how they win games. And if you take out Randy Arozarena, this team in the championship series hit a $183. They have one guy that have carried them offensively, and it's really been one way, and that's the long ball. You guys know this. You can't rely on that one thing. As much as we get geeked up, we love the home run. The Dodgers offense is so much more diverse when they aren't hitting for power to be able to get on base, steal bases, and make things happen.
Small ball is always the best, in my opinion, in the postseason.
Yes.
But I need this from you.
Old school.
I need this from you, Jessica. Who wins? That's it. Who wins? Okay. Who brings the trophy home?
Keyshawn,
Don't break my heart.
LA. I'm from LA.
Okay.
I mean, it's the Dodgers' time. Like, if it's not, like, I mean, I love Kirk Gibson, but like uncle on the replays, right? Like, I don't want to see 1988 anymore. Like, I want to see 2020 if it is anyone's time. And the Rays have earned so much, but it is the Dodgers' time to win. Will they actually do it? Who actually knows? But I want this Dodgers team to be able to show everybody how good they've been for the last decade.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.